Hey, let me hear that whole Jeff.
Yeah. It's the intro part. Beat by Jeff. Two. The number dudes. But on rank uno. AK with me. New money game. Kill with me. Tank one. Yeah. Hey, play with that young, that nigga gon' bomb. Run out that set, get that shit to my mom. Here deal with the fashion, this shit came from town. I came from the mud, this shit took some time.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Excuse me, sorry. Welcome back to another video. I know it's been a minute, but I am back with another video for this one. And this video is gonna be a vinyl haul and also a vinyl collection. So let's get right into the video right about now. So my first vinyl is The Internet. The Internet, Ego Death, probably one of the best Internet albums, I would say. Their new album actually is really good. I think it's Mind Hive. Mind Hive is really good, but Ego Death is one of my favorites. It has really good songs on the back. I personally like Just Saying and I Tried, and really every song on here is a hit. I really give this album like a 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 to be honest. Really good album. My second vinyl is SZA. SZA Control is probably one of my favorite albums of like 2017 when it released. So gorgeous. You get that. Beautiful. Has some really good songs. Probably my favorite song is Pretty Little Birds by Isaiah Rashad, Drew Barrymore, Broken Clocks, Love Galore. Really, a lot of these songs are really good. She really has some good classics on this album. I give this album a really good deal. And just a side note, every vinyl that I own is pretty much a vinyl or a type of music or a type of style or type of album that I'll listen to forever. And SZA is one of those. I probably can hit these three and probably one because they're really old school. For the first one is Roy Ayers. I really learned this from Tyler, the Creator. He's a really good, kind of like go-go. I don't want to say go-go, but like 60s, 70s type music. It's really good though. Melody Maker is a good song, and Let's Do It is a really good song. And the way they dress is just so fly to me. I really enjoy it. Probably my favorite pop artist of the GOAT, the best of all times, the one and only, the Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson is the king, really, to be honest. I mean, you can't really explain it. I really like this one. This is like a really old school one. So you can pull it down and it actually has full length with the white socks. This is one of my prized possessions. And this is actually one of my favorite Michael Jackson albums. I also have Michael Jackson Bad, which is another album that I got from Michael Jackson. Really cool, really neat. You know, both sides. Michael Jackson is the GOAT. If anybody that knows me knows that Michael Jackson is probably like one of my favorite artists. Jesus Christ Superstar has to be the most miscellaneous vinyl that I have. I only saw this because Chance the Rapper was in a vinyl record shop and he said that this was a really good vinyl, so I had to pick it up because of the fact that it was something that Chance the Rapper listens to, and I was just like, it sounds really cool. Jesus Christ Superstar, it's really a play. It's a lot of opera and rock. It's really a good combination, and I really enjoy the vinyl. I really enjoy the record. Nothing really special, just black, you know, on black vinyl. Nothing really special to that one. My next is Erykah Badu. Baduizm. This isn't the deluxe one. This is just the regular one, but for sure, I mean, it has great hits on it. I mean, every song on there is like 10 out of 10. Just Black LP. You know what I'm saying? It's one of the best. This is probably the first Erykah Badu album that kind of put me on Erykah Badu. I'm pretty sure it's for a lot of people, but this is really what made me actually enjoy Erykah Badu. My next vinyl is probably another classic. She's a singer. Her name's Amy Winehouse. The Frank vinyl, the Frank album. This actually got me on Amy Winehouse. I know this is her first album. This album right here is just amazing. I mean, there's really nothing to it. My favorite song probably off of this album is I Heard Love Is Blind. It's just really soulful, and it's just, she puts all her emotions and her pain into her music, and this is a real reason why I really like Amy Winehouse. And inside she's rolling a blunt. So gorgeous, man, gorgeous. One of my first ever vinyls, actually. That was one of the first vinyls that I had bought. The next record is Good Kid, Mad City by Kendrick Lamar. Good Kid, Mad City is probably one of the OG Kendrick Lamar. I mean, of course, it's one of the classics. Like, if you've never listened to Good Kid, Mad City, what are you doing? You get what I'm saying? Like, this is probably one of the best and one of the classics just growing up. Nothing really special. He always puts pictures of his, like, family or his, like, the storyline or whatever in the LP. I really enjoyed Swimming Pools, of course, Poetic Justice, Compton is a really good song with Dr. Dre. I really enjoy a lot of songs off this album. So if you've never listened to this, then you need to get real started real fast. Another one, this is really crazy to me. Birds in the Trap Sing McKnight. Travis Scott, this album right here really put me on Travis Scott. I like Rodeo and I liked his mixtapes, but this album right here was probably the one that made me like, yeah, Travis Scott is, you know, what he is, you know what I'm saying? Travis Scott is gonna be here for a while. This album still today, I think is even better than Astro World. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, Sicko Mode is cool, but Birds in the Trap McKnight has hit after hit after hit, and I'm pretty sure he thought that this album was going to hit and put a mark on the world, which it did, but it didn't put the mark that he thought it was gonna put, and people didn't really accept it like he thought people would accept it. My favorite songs off of this is First Take, I'm not gonna lie, with Bryson Tiller. Sweet Sweet is really good. Through the Night with Kid Cudi was really good. Really, Goosebumps, of course. You know, there was a lot of songs on here that really hit and really related. So, shout out to Travis Scott. My next record is one of my favorite artists of all time, and that's Earl Sweatshirt. Earl Sweatshirt is from Odd Future. He's in the Odd Future collective, and if you never listened to Earl Sweatshirt, I advise you to listen to him. This was actually his first, like, debut album, Doris, that's the name of it right here. I would say that Earl Sweatshirt as a collective was very well, but as a solo, even better. Just amazing. Sunday is a good song with Frank Ocean. I would say another song, Hive, is a good song. Really the first two songs too, Pre and you have Burgundy. Burgundy are those couple of songs are really good, but Earl Sweatshirt is somebody that you should listen to. The next album is another classic in my eyes. He's from Chicago. He's really not known that well. Some people might know him, but not everybody. He's not really mainstream, but it is Mick Jenkins. Mick Jenkins, this was his second album. It was called The Healing Component, and Mick Jenkins is probably one of the best, I want to say one of the best Chicago rappers out, really, to be honest. He doesn't do none of the drill, but he's just like a lyricist, really, to be honest. And this album is all about love, and how you use love and how we interpret love. You know, like he says, like one line was like, you have to know yourself to love yourself, and I really do use that in my everyday life. Like, you really do have to know yourself to love yourself, and The Healing Component is probably one of my favorite Mick Jenkins albums. The next album is Take Care. Take Care, I'm not gonna lie, before I bought the before I bought the vinyl, I had never listened to Take Care besides the radio hits, like Headlines or Proud For Me or Hell Yeah Fucking Right. But in reality, Take Care, I see what the hype is and why it's such a classic in today. I feel like it's aged over the years to the point where people can still relate to it when they hit a certain age level. When Take Care came out, I was probably like 12, 13, 14. Not even. I was probably like 12, 11, 12. So Take Care didn't relate to me. Like, I wasn't sitting in my bed crying. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't like in my feelings type, you know? So for me to be 19 going on 20, Take Care is a different feeling, and I can actually understand and relate to Drake more. So I feel like this is why Take Care is so relatable, because when you get to that certain point in life, you can be able to you are able to understand everything that he was talking about in his album. So that's the reason why I have this one. My next album is Wolf. Now Wolf is crazy. Tyler Creator is really creative with not just his album covers, but also his music. This was the first album that got me on Tyler the Creator. Very soulful, very instrumental, great raps, great rhymes. It's a really dope album. It's on Pink Records, and then every sleeve has an alternate album cover on it, and then the LP is pink, which is really dope. I would say Tamale, Lone, 48. These are some good tracks off this album. If you've never listened to Tyler Creator, I would recommend Tyler Creator to anybody. Another Kendrick Lamar, To Pimp a Butterfly. To Pimp a Butterfly was very jazzful, if that's a word. To Pimp a Butterfly is a classic, I would say. A classic. And it's amazing. I feel like it. I actually have the LP, I have the vinyl, and I have the CD, and I always bump it in my car. To be honest, King Kunta is probably one of my favorites. You is really good. Complexion is really good. I really like Mortal Man. Mama Said. I really like a lot of these records on here. But Good Kid, Mad City, not Good Kid, Mad City. To Pimp a Butterfly is most definitely one of Kendrick's best albums. And I actually had to hide this record just to get this one. I actually hid it for 2 weeks under the shelves just so I could save the money to get it when I was in high school. So I've had this one for a little bit, and I really do enjoy this album. The next album that I have is Joey Badass, the Badass album. This album, if you really like boom bap, if you like New York style, then this is most definitely an album that you'll really like. When I'm really in my New York, or if I'm like really in my New York mood or whatever, then I'll really listen to this album a lot. It has really good rhymes, really good raps on it, and you can't really go bad with Joey Badass. So if you never checked him out, check him out. The next record that I have is 3-part, but I only have 1 part, and I have my favorite part. It's the Weeknd Trilogy album. If you don't know, the Weeknd's album, the Trilogy, comes into 3 mixtapes. Echoes Over Silence, Thursday, and House of Balloons. And my favorite part is Thursday, I would have to say. I don't know why. I think it's because not on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but on Thursday, I think that's probably my favorite line on this, and the fact that they play it consistently. And Birds Part 1 and 2, I think those are my two favorite songs off of this. But Thursday, most definitely The Weeknd. This was The Weeknd at his most grimiest, dirtiest time, and I really do enjoy it. So I had to pick this one up. The next one is something that people really slept on, and I feel like people still are sleeping on, and that's J. Cole, For Your Eyes Only. J. Cole, For Your Eyes Only has to be one of J. Cole's best but slept on albums, to be honest, besides Born Sinner. Born Sinner was really slept on, I feel, but For Your Eyes Only was really slept on. It has some really good hits on there. I feel like J. Cole set the bar so high after 2014 Forest Hill Drive. The fact for him to come with this, so he set the bar so high, so when he came with this, it was just like, you know, people wasn't expecting it. But there's a story behind this, and I feel like that's what people forget, you know. So I think if you really care about the story, if you really listen to what you're hearing, then you'll really enjoy this album, and that's why I enjoy this one. One of my prized possessions has to be this next one, and this is the Frank Ocean Endless vinyl. I would say Frank Ocean Endless I didn't listen to before I got the record, but once I got the vinyl, it was crazy because I really started listening to it way more, and I realized how much this album, how much he finessed the system, but also how much this album is still amazing even though he finessed the system. If you don't know, Endless came out before Blonde, which is Frank Ocean's next, technically his second album after Channel Orange, but Endless was the album that came out after his deal, or to get out of his record deal. So he pretty much took a bunch of, I want to say, quote unquote trash music and put it into a video album and released it to the public to get out of his deal, and then and then made Blind to put on his own record label. So in reality, he gave us trash, but it sounds like heaven. So this is probably one of my favorite records. I mean, look at it. It's glossing up the screen. Like, it's crazy. I really like it. My next record is Because of the Internet, Childish Gambino. This vinyl is, look at this. This vinyl is really cool, really unique. It doesn't have like covers or anything like that. It just slides out on the side, and it slides like in patterns, and that's how you tell which side it is. So each pattern on the front and the back is determined by A and B. So this is the A side, and the other side is the B side. So you have to look at the patterns from the records to see the patterns of the sleeve, to know which one to put them in, and also to know which side is which. It also comes with the script, which is really cool. That goes with the album, and you can read the script. If you didn't know, there's kind of like a little video on YouTube that you can actually watch of like the movie kind of, but there's a script, and I really do like this vinyl. One of my favorites also. I paid about like $30 for this one. Vinyls are really expensive, I'm not gonna lie. They vary, to be honest, but most of them start about like 25 or 30. My next record is Daniel Caesar. I don't know how to pronounce it. Is it Ferdinand? I don't know. But this album right here is a classic. Daniel Caesar cannot go wrong. It's just amazing, really, to be honest. It slides out on the sides, which is really crazy to me, and then you got the front, you got the inside like this. Really cool, really cool vinyl. It's on blue. It's a blue LP. Nothing too special about it. I mean, if you haven't listened to Daniel Caesar, what are you doing with your life? That's what I want to say. But Daniel Caesar's, this vinyl right here is probably one of my best pickups, to be honest. Next was a sleeper, to be honest, but I did get it. I got it about 2 summers ago, and that's Zane, Mind of Mine. Not only did he interpret the Lil Wayne cover by putting himself as a kid and then with the tattoos on it, but there's so many hits on here. From Pillow Talk, It's You, I mean, really all these songs are bangers, I'm not gonna lie. Never listened to One Direction, but he was a part of the One Direction group. They broke up, and then he dropped his first album, and I'm not gonna lie, this album right here is amazing. I really do enjoy it. I listen to it all the time. So I'll make this video too long, but if you did like this video, I want you to smack that like button, and I want you to comment in the comments below. And if you want to see the part 2 of the rest of my vinyls, then make sure to comment and subscribe. Tell your friends too. See you guys later.
Man, Larry Fisherman, you really can make a beat, man. I said this visual symmetry, riveting sentences and calligraphy, officially divinity. My conditions are critically important. Horrorcore, assortment of